a mining beam module selling for 584 nanites. So we're making tons of nanites doing this. Welcome back to No Man's Sky, everyone. Jason here, and today I'm going to show you how to make unlimited money and unlimited nanites with just two simple tricks. They're really easy, and it is pretty awesome. So if you're interested in that, hit the like button, and I just want to say huge shout out to all of you guys who've been subscribing. It has been ridiculous. We are at almost 93,000 subscribers, and we're on our way to 100,000 by the end of the year. We are definitely going to reach that. So if you want to do me a favor, if you're not not subscribed to the channel, go down there to that red subscribe button, click it for me so we can get to 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So let's just jump into these details. Now, the first way I'm going to show you how to do is make a whole bunch of money, because you need a lot of money to get some nanites. And so the easiest way to do that, now they've nerfed it a little bit, but it still works, so keep that in mind. But we're going to be duplicating chlorine. Now the way you want to do that is in your refiner. It's technically called an expansion. So if you didn't know, you can actually add whatever you could. The first ingredient you need is oxygen, but after that you can add a lot of other items in there, and it'll actually duplicate them. So like if you add chlorine, let's actually do this easy enough right here. 10 and 10, easy math, right? So we have 10 oxygen and 10 chlorine, and right next to it you see that small little number. It says 2 to 6. That means it takes 2 oxygen to make 6 of these chlorines right here, but it only takes 1 chlorine to make 6. So you're technically making 3 from 1. Let's do this right now. We have 10 in each. We just made 30, and we still have 5 chlorine left. So we can actually put in another 5. Well, we'll say 20, just to make the math easy. Done. So, I mean, look, we made a whole bunch of chlorine from nothing. I mean, this is crazy. Let's make some more. Let's make some more. Let's say we need twice as much oxygen as we have chlorine. So we have 60 chlorine and 120 oxygen. That'll give us 360 chlorine. We got 6 times as much just by using oxygen, which is insane. And just so you guys know, look at that. The value of chlorine is $602 for each one. So we're making $602 every, quarter of a second here. Done. And so you can just keep doing that over and over. And chlorine's not the only thing you can do that with. You could do that with cobalt as well. Let me put cobalt in there. So cobalt does the same thing. It's down to 2 to 5. So cobalt is not as good, but it'll still duplicate the crap out of it. And it actually turns it into ionized cobalt, which is worth way more. So as you can see, regular cobalt is $198 each. But if we make ionized cobalt, that is $401 each. So we just, number one, doubled it from 10 to 25, 2.5 times, and we just doubled the value. So it is insane the things you can do. But once you've done all of that, you need to sell it, right? So let's go to the space station. I'll show you how to sell it as well. So once you get to the space station, and whoa, okay, do that for a second. Once you get to the space station, you're gonna want to land, and you need to wait for other pilots to come in, because with the Origins update, they've actually adjusted some of the trading in the game, and it used to be you can actually crash an economy, which meant early on that if you had a ton of one item, like for me, I have a ton of chlorine, right? If I were to sell all of this chlorine to the terminal way up here, let me show you where the trade terminal is. If you sell it to the trade terminal, it affects the economy. And so the economy would crash because there's way too much chlorine here. And so your price would plummet down to 0. So if you go to sell, and if I were to sell all 60,000 of my chlorine, you see this 1% right there? it says demand -6.1%. That means they'll pay me 6.1% below market value. And you see right below it, the sodium nitrate is plus 2.9%. That means they'll give me more. They'll give me 2.9% more for whatever I sell. So that's kind of how the economy works. But if you were to sell a whole bunch of chlorine, the economy would crash because there's way too much chlorine and the price would drop down to almost zero. And so it's good if you're buying and selling, but it's not so good if you're just selling. If you're just trying to get rid of it, your price would go down to zero. You don't want to do that. But the way around that is, let's talk to one of these pilots. The pilots are just flying in and flying out. They have nothing to do with the economy. So whatever you sell them will always be the same price. The only difference is they are still connected to the economy. So they will only buy it for -6.1. Now, if I sell all of it, like here, watch, I'll sell like half of it. Let me show you if I sell half of it. Okay, I lied. I'm only going to sell 55,000 of it because it is taking forever to get down to half. So we'll sell 55. So I'll sell like 95% of it, but I'm going to keep 5,000 chlorine for myself to resell again. So you see it says -6.1. I sold it and it's still -6.1. And even if I leave, let's say I leave and I say, you're good, right? I'm going to go talk to this guy over here. He's interested in buying my stuff, so let's see if he wants to buy my chlorine. Chlorine, -6.1. It does not affect the economy at all, so you can keep selling to these guys over and over and over. And as long as you have multiple stacks, you're making tons of money. Like I made, what, 30 million on the last stacks? And now I'm going to make another 3 million right here? I mean, boom, there you go. And that is crazy, right? So you could make a ton of money that way. But there's a way to make nanites with your money. And so once you've started bankrolling a ton of money, come on over here to the, when you're at the space station, come on over here to the scrap dealer. Now, the scrap dealer is also the black market dealer now that the Origins update is hit. So let's see, you know, acquire coordinates. That's how you get your emergency broadcast receiver. If you ask what they're selling, they kind of give you like a gruff, like brush off. They don't want to tell you. But then if you just want to purchase old scrap, boom. So you can see I have some upgrades right here. They're black market upgrades. That's why they're purple. I can buy them, and they cost pugneum right here. Look at that. 350 pugneum, 385 pugneum. You can totally do that. So let's buy one of those. 1, 2. So we got 3 upgrades so far, right? But these packages up here are upgrades as well. Now, this first one right here, the suspicious packets of goods, that'll just be a random item you get. It won't be an upgrade. It'll be like, you know, jelly or sodium or something like that. You really don't want to waste your time on these. You want to focus on the technology and the weaponry. And you can see I can buy 3 each. So let's go to 3. That's going to cost me 1,851 pugneum. And this one, go all the way up to 3. That's 1,299 pugneum. So I'm spending around, looks like 3,000 pugneum to buy all of this stuff. So they're in my inventory right here. And then if you want to reveal what upgrades you got, just hold down X if you're on Xbox One or square if you're on PlayStation 4. And it'll reveal it. So now we have this one right here. So let's move that over. Now the next one will appear right there again. Boom, we got another one. And they will just give you random upgrades. Oh, Dusty Artifact. What in the world? Okay. Well, I mean, we can still sell that for 2 million bucks. There you go. Boom. Let's reveal these ones. That was a movement upgrade. So there we go. Now we have a ton of upgrades, right? How do you get rid of these? Because you can sell them. Oh, rare item found. Got it. But if you don't want them, like you're saying, hey, look, I don't need any of those upgrades. They kind of suck anyway. Come over to any of these guys over here. These are the upgrade markets. Any one of these will buy them from you. So let's go to the multi-tool guy. Yep, I know. Then we go to purchase. Even though you're going to sell it, you have to go to purchase. And it gives you the option right here. So you could buy it automatically by default. You're in buy, but you could switch it to the sell. And you look at that. You could sell all of these upgrades, and you're selling them for a lot. Look at that. We bought it for 300 Pugnum, and we're selling it for 321 nanite clusters. Look at that. Boom. Sell all of these things. Look at that one. A mining beam module selling for 584 nanites. So we're making tons of nanites doing this. And the best part is, once you've done that, you could just say, hey, look, I made some good ones, but he's out, right? If you go back in and talk to the black market guy, the scrap dealer, if you go to purchase, it's still out. He's still out, right? And if you want to wait around, it'll take about 2 hours. Or if you want to do it the smart way, jump into your spaceship and then jump back out. Because then it'll save everything you've done so far. It creates a manual or an autosave. And all you have to do is reload your autosave. So let's reload it now. And then as soon as you load back in, we can go right back to the scrap dealer. Let's talk to him. Purchase old scrap. And look at that. They are all refilled. So you could just buy them all over again. 2 of these. And we're going to spend 1,800 on that. 1,200 on that. We're spending what? Like 3,000 or 4,000 Pugnum? And the better part is, if you run out of Pugnum, like, hey, look, I don't have very much Pugnum, come down here and talk to one of the pilots that had come in, and you can just buy them off these pilots. Let's go down here. Oh, he doesn't have any. Dang it, he's going to make me look bad. All right. That's fine. Make me look bad. And the other pilot's going to have it, though. Don't you worry about it. Oh, there he is over there. Are you the same guy I talked to earlier? Oh, man, now I look like a fool. That's all right. You know what? The terminal up here will sell you some Pugnum. Don't even worry about it. Don't even sweat it. Not every single pilot will. Most of them will. But I just had some bad luck. That's fine. But if you go to the terminal, you can go to the buy option, and you, by default, go down. It's usually on the last page. There you go. Boom. I can buy 1,896 Pugnum right there. And that's why you need a lot of cash. So I would recommend you do the cash first, make a whole bunch of money first, and then come in. That way you can buy some. I mean, look at that. 327,000. We were making millions earlier, so that shouldn't be a problem once you've made a lot of money. So we just bought 1,800 Pugnum, and then you can also talk to some of these pilots as they come in and out. Some of them will, some of them won't, but you can just keep doing that over and over, and then once you have all the Pugnum you need, talk to the scrap dealer again, buy those black market upgrades, and boom! You're making tons of nanites. It is crazy. So hopefully you guys liked the video. If you did, hit that like button for me, and if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading videos all the time, and I'll see you guys next time.